So I just watched Jeremy drill a hole, so I know for a fact that his auger is like slightly too short. There?
3 dozen.
3 dozen. You're hungry.
Yep. That's what we're after.
Yeah, we've had that before. Those might be better tasting.
Yeah. You just passed it. There's one on each corner. So 2 weeks in a row I'm hanging out with the Wooded Beardsman. Last week's video was a cook and catch and cook prelude at the small cabin, so you've seen that. Today we're fishing beautiful Lake Nipissing. We're in my Fatfish, Eskimo Fatfish 9416, I think, hut. This is the original one I had. If you see some funky red scratches on the inside, that's because the lining was defective, and I took pictures, I called Eskimo, and they immediately shipped me a brand new one. But I still sometimes set up this old one. So, you know, their service was excellent. Recommend their hut. And this one's big enough, as you saw in my family day fishing video. I can get my kids in here, and a cot, and a stove, and a bunch of holes, and we're gonna have a good time. So, we're here for an adventure. My Pelican sled is gonna double as a chair. Although Chris has a cot here, which is basically a 2 or 3 seater, so we have some seating options. My new offset handle ice auger. This is a fin bore, and it works like a charm. So it's only a 6-inch blade, it's not an 8-inch, but that makes it just go all the faster. Holy smokes, there's a lot of ice. We're, well, there's a fair bit of snow here too, but we're down to the joint. One. Your turn.
Yeah. Might have to try that experiment again sometime.
Yeah, I would redo it. Because, I don't know, they can't be that much different from smelts. Right?
Yeah.
We just have to purge them or something.
That's it, maybe.
Yeah.
The hole's a little crooked.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not.
Means your one arm is stronger than your other arm.
Well, I'm used to the ones you have to put down pressure on. So.
Oh yeah.
Kind of felt like that's what was happening, but we'll start with that and then that's it.
Thanks for posting that link in my Family Day fishing video about the tip-up design, because I can never remember where you learned it.
Fred Trost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never really used to watch TV, so I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
But there it is. If you're wondering how to build beautiful tip-ups like Chris and I, you gotta look up Fred Trost.
He's not alive anymore.
No. So a tribute to Fred Trost for a good design. Okay, whoop. Got shiners here, so I always hook them behind the fin through the meat, and then they go down the hole.
Yeah.
Chris called me in on a pee break, so he said, I don't know if I believe him or not, but I don't even know if the minnow is still on. Oh yeah, the minnow is still on there.
Who's going?
Just a little gentle bite?
Yeah.
Probably a walleye then. I heard people are catching lots of them out here, so not a lot that are at the keepable size, but they're catching and releasing piles of them. So we'll see how we make out. Guess I better get a second hole drilled. The camera's off there now. Sorry.
That's on.
No recording? Maybe it was never on to start.
Yeah, it's on now. Rolling.
Alright, I got my drag pretty low here, but...
No, it's a big fish.
Yeah, it's a monster! Oh, it's a pickerel! He's too small. Nice little silvery one. Come on, buddy. Little guy, and away it goes.
You should probably tell people why you're putting it back.
Yeah, so Nipissing's on a recovery fisheries plan right now for walleye. It's the most popular fish in the lake, and you can keep 2, but they have to be over
18.
Over 18.1 inches.
Or 17 change, I think.
Yeah, 46 centimeters. So I actually have, I should have one on the outside too, but I have a measuring tape on the inside of my Pelican sled. And if we get one that's close, I'll measure it up. So, I don't know, it's fun to catch one. I'm not skunked now, I'm tied with Chris.
Oh, you're skunked still.
But I'd be happier, you can keep 50 perch on this lake. I'd be happier to catch 50 perch than two walleye.
Jeremy is skunked because I actually have a keeper.
Oh.
I think it's got to go for a keeper fish. Unless you just want to fish for fun, in which case we're tied.
Yeah, just...
I have to put this one back though.
No, we're keeping it. Yeah, you can put it back, but it's a little bit dead.
A little bit.
See, that's... Chris has taken advantage of my always bring fishing. A little hand towel. Keep your hands dry and warm. Although, it's a pretty nice temperature in here, eh?
Yeah.
It's like I've got laser lighting in the background. All this, all the red. It's like we're in a Spider-Man movie or something. I don't know. Cool. So, 2 fish, and more to come. It is only 4 o'clock, and we're on daylight savings time, so it's actually only like 3 o'clock if it was 2 days ago.
We have till 7.
Yeah, and then we're going to start catching ling, I hope.
Hopefully.
I'm going to try with a scaler. And it works pretty well. That's alright. And I'd way rather leave a pile of scales out here than all over my kitchen. Delphanie and I did 27 fish in her kitchen by throwing down a tarp and taping it up the sides of the cupboards so it had a back wall. And we still got scales all over the house. You just like stick to your socks and then you travel them around, and we did it all with a fork. And I don't know, I saw these at Canadian Tire before and I'm like, oh, nobody ever buys those scalers. Delphine bought me one and look at it go. I'm almost done this perch. I would say that's like 3 times faster than using a fork. I'll try and trick Chris into using it. You've used a fork before, right? Yeah, don't you want to see how much faster it is with this?
Sure.
Alright, so the next fish we catch, you can give it a try.
I didn't know I was agreeing to that.
Oh no? Make a poor huckleberry fin. There we go. Scaled. Just kind of wiped off now and can clean it at home, because if it's got eggs, I want to keep the eggs. And probably eat the stomach, eat the little liver, so I get my vitamin D.
You eat the brain?
There's not much of a brain in them, but I do cook them with the head on, so I'll get the brain in the broth if I don't eat it with the meat. So I haven't yet done my blood work update video, but I can tell you that my vitamin D is below the low end, and that's partly normal in the winter because we get very little sunlight at this high latitude. But fish livers is a good source of vitamin D, so I'm going to try and get some into me. Number 2. Oh, is you gotta watch when you get them bumping on the ice here. Same one. Not the same one.
The walleye?
Yeah. He seemed like he hit pretty hard. He was, hey, open up, give me back my minnow head. I want to catch more fish on it. Not that we have a shortage of minnows. Oh, you got it. Well, number 2. Nice little bluey silver pickerel, walleye. Down he goes. I guess I'll tip this. Try it with the tail that I took off of that minnow head. And see what happens. It's nice out, eh?
Yeah, it's mild.
Yeah. Not too windy, not too cold.
The camera's going to be in your picture.
Just a little guy.
Perch.
That's okay. I don't know, it kind of... Yeah, I was going to say it hit like a little pickerel. Look at how small this guy is, this little walleye. Should we measure him?
For bait? Let's see if he fits in the bait bucket.
Yeah. Use him to catch a nice pike.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, You're sideways. Oh, you're sideways again. Down you go.
Fish on phone.
Yeah.
Give it. Certainly.
Oh, you want me to get it?
Oh, I can get it if you want.
Oh, go for it. You detected it, and I'm in the middle of tying on a new jig, so.
Both cameras are running.
Plus, there's nothing more satisfying than catching a fish on somebody else's setup.
It's just sitting up in the water column, that's my guess. Yeah.
Oh. Sneaky. What is it? Whitefish that come up from underneath like that?
Well, it had it in its mouth and it was not sitting on, like it wasn't going anywhere with it.
Yeah.
Perch.
Huh.
Big fat one. With eggs.
Nice. I love perch eggs.
Here you go, Jared.
Thanks. We, well, I say we, but Delphanie did it.
Oh, I hate perch. They're so spiny.
Yeah. Cooked her same recipes with walleye roe instead of perch roe one day, and she said it was not the same.
There you go. Another perch for Jer. There you go.
I'll try and catch you a speckled trout in return here.
From here?
Yeah, if we catch a speckled trout, it's yours.
Well, that would be something. Flip that off.
They just wedged themselves in there, right?
I got your line or something.
Oh, I wondered why my line was doing something funny over there. We snagged each other.
How is that possible?
I think this is another walleye. Yep. This is like my, what, 6th one? Brr. Sure. Something light. Or it's just swimming straight for the hole. Oops. Ah! I lost it. I wonder if it was like a mud puppy just hanging on there for part of the ride. Sometimes they do that. Then they get up to the top and they just let go.
It's practice.
Yep, practice run. So we're starting to lose our light, and we did just miss a couple of bites on the tip-ups. We're hoping for a ling bite though now. As it gets dark, the ling become more active. Ling are also called burbot. Some people call them poor man's lobster. So they're a good eating fish, but not typically targeted by most fishermen. But I'm hoping that we catch some. I heard that people were catching them out here around this time of evening, so we'll try for maybe another hour or two and see how it goes. I had to put you on night shot.
Come on. Every time.
You lost it?
At the hole.
Oh.
I bonked it off the top of the hole.
Next time. So, it got dark. I caught one perch, and then things got real quiet. So we're gonna give it another half an hour. But then if nothing happens, nothing happens. So I'm just pre-recording my wrap-up just in case. And for the fishing part, there'll still be the cooking part. So, you know, stick around for that. The 3 perch are going to get cooked. But it's going to be too dark to film the takedown. So we basically are doing things in reverse, just throwing everything back in the sleds. Folding up this Eskimo pop-up. And then I'll take it home. Sometimes you can dry them out in your bathtub. I've dried them out in my living room before. It's kind of a pain, but I'll bring it over to my dad's place in the morning and set it up in his shop. So that's where we're at. We used up probably 2/3 of our minnows. Been through a lot of minnows, and we caught fish on the jigging rod. We caught fish on the tip-ups, so kind of a mix. I'm getting really hungry for my supper because I've just had a bit of soup today. So I'm looking forward to some food. So there they are. 2 of them were already scaled, so we just opened them up, took out all the insides, and then the other one, Delphanie didn't want me to scale it in the kitchen because the scales go everywhere, as I mentioned earlier. So I did the 10-second perch fillet method, but it took me about 2 minutes because I forgot one of the cuts.
Set up the tarp. It's
late
and we have to eat.
Yeah, because we did like 27 fish in here one night.
Yep.
So I took out the livers for the vitamin D, and 2 of them were female, and they have these egg sacs, which are approximately the size of a chicken egg, actually. And Delphi's going to make some magic with them.